Hey, folks, it's Marvin Cash, the host of The Articulate Fly, and we're back with the first Chocklett Factory of 2026 with the man himself, Blane Chocklett. Blane, how are you?
I'm doing well, man. How about yourself?
Just trying to stay out of trouble. Happy to catch you when you're back in Roanoke for 48 hours.
Yeah, that's the truth. Definitely hit the New Year running. I had that Mad River Musky School that we did from Saturday to Wednesday, and then got up at 3:30 in the morning and on Thursday and flew up to Boston, and just had a great event up there. We could talk about that a little bit here, but it's been busy as always.
Yeah, and throw Cuba before the new year on the other side of that, and I don't know, you put a few thousand miles up in the air, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and that Cuba trip, that was a trip of a lifetime with Brian, and, being there and just having Flip's memories, and, everybody was there for Flip, and when he passed, I was asked to go in his stead, and it was, you could feel Flip there with us, and, we definitely talked a lot about him, and you could just feel his spirit there. And a cool thing is first morning on the ship, we kind of go up to the top, and it's before sun rising, and there's one frigate flying over our ship, and hung out there just flying around the ship for probably 15 to 20 minutes. So tell me that's not a sign that Flip's there in spirit, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully somebody had a bottle of rum and you guys had a quick drink, right?
Yeah. We definitely had one for him for sure.
Yeah.
But it was, one of those experiences that I'll never forget. And we just had a great time, just laughing and storytelling and, obviously fishing and all that kind of stuff. But it's more than anything, it was just great being around really good friends, Jason and Brian and Rob, and met some super cool people, and just formed new friendships, man, and just shared, like I said, a trip of a lifetime with great people.
Yeah, very, very neat. It's kind of funny, too, because I, went to the mailbox last week and you got another Fly Fisherman cover, right?
Yeah. Yep. Super excited about that. And, Ross, and they've been, amazing to work with. I introduced Ross to the jerk changer about a year or so ago for smallmouth, and he caught his personal best smallmouth with me that day, and we caught quite a few really big trophy size smallmouth, and he became a believer in that fly, and just that kind of escalated throughout the year. We had a meeting about it. It was like, I'd like to share the story of the jerk changer because it is different than the regular game changer platform, and I ended up catching 2 giant bucket list record size fish last year on it, and we highlight that in the article, and got some great shots and spending time with good buddies, and just captured the moment of it all. And it was great because I was testing out the new TFO Moments, so it was kind of like having these amazing life moments with a rod that's called the Moment. It was kind of a really cool 2025, man. It's been fantastic, and for them to let me share that story in the article, and maybe share it for people that's not seen it or heard about it. To me, it's a big deal to continue, moving forward and trying new things, and adding different triggers into flies that haven't traditionally been there in the fly world. So I think those people haven't seen or heard about the jerk changer, they get to be a fly that would 100% work for just about every predatory fish out there, and just look forward to always getting that opportunity to put that fly in front of big fish. And the results have been amazing over the years. And that article pretty much tells that story of how I designed it, why I designed it, and all the great fish species caught on it. So for those of you that are interested in it, it's on the newsstands now, and my good friends at Fly Fisherman gave me that opportunity to share that story. So there we are.
Yeah, and there's a great video interview, too, which I'll drop in the show notes.
Oh, yeah, I appreciate that. Yep. Well, I went up there to talk about it with Ross, and Jay and I went out and did some quick how-to videos. It has a QR code in the article where you can go view those quick tips and tricks and see the difference in the swims and all that stuff. So it's been a really great production and promotion from Fly Fisherman, helping me out and just getting my story out there.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's kind of funny because even though you've been traveling like crazy, it doesn't mean that you don't have new products coming out at the Chocklett Factory.
Yep. Always have new stuff. Like I said, as you know, I've been setting on a lot of things over the years, and having the ability to put new stuff out there is, and just making fly tying better and designing new flies that go along with these products. You know how much I enjoy the topwater game, and been doing that for years with smallmouth and all types of saltwater species. And we're going to be launching our new popper and slider heads, and we have a couple variations of that. And we not only with that, we have these finishing heads, which I mean by that is we have different shape heads for streamer patterns that will give your flies different actions in the water. Shovel heads, which are super popular in the streamer world, and these kind of realistic heads that just divert water, that are lighter, more castable, and of course all the different bug heads and a lot of the new terrestrial and aquatic insect imitations. They're articulated uh, stoneflies and just different types of critters that we're going to be launching here over the next month or so. And, along with the collaboration with AHREX with the game changer hooks, which been super excited about. We just keep dropping new stuff, and we're going to continue to do that. There's a lot of things on the horizon that can't talk about yet, but it's coming down the pipe.
Yeah, absolutely. And I imagine, there's probably going to be some new stuff you're going to be showing folks here in a few weeks at Bobbin the Hood, right?
Oh yeah, yep. Yeah, it's like I think we talked about last time. I mean, I have some new fly lines that we're kind of getting dialed in with SA that kind of getting the final stages of all that. And the whole Bobbin and the Hood thing is going to be a great platform to launch some of these new products that we're going to be doing in 2026. And that's going to start highlighting that with like some of the new oval support discs that we have out there. But we have these more realistic body parts that will help shape your fly to the exact profile of certain bait fish, whether it be a shad or bunker or glass minnow or chub or whatever it is. We're creating these forms that will just give it the exact shape of that bait that you're trying to emulate.
Yeah, very, very cool. So, for kind of run a show, right, we'll have the Friday night of Bobbin will be the party at the shop. You'll be, in the freight house all day Saturday, tying and talking to folks. And, what are your classes that you're teaching there on Sunday?
Yep. So we're at a lot of what I just talked about, some of the new bug parts and bug heads and some of the top water. It's going to be more of a top water style Sunday for the people that are taking my class. And I'm excited to show them a lot of the stuff because we're going to have finished heads that are molded, but also part of the products and as a fly tire, we wanted to have these kits designed where they can make them themselves if they don't want pre-molded heads, just to be able to stay in that, I made this from scratch kind of a deal. So I'm excited to show them all that kind of stuff. So we'll kind of go over a little bit of everything on that in those classes. But yeah, we're going to be going up to the shop up in Ohio to dial in some of these to just get them done and get them in production so they're ready for Schultz's Bobbin in the Hood.
Very, very cool. And I know you come back from that, and I'm sure there's something going on until, I don't know, the third week of March. But I think the next kind of big thing on your dance card is Lefty Kreh's Tie Fest. Are going to do that again down in Vero Beach, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Always excited to to do that and just, celebrate conservation, but celebrate those people like Lefty and Popovich and Whitlock and um, Flip now and all these great mentors and friends of mine that's helped me out. We want to honor them, right? And that was a reason that we brought it back last year, and we just want to keep doing it because you never know. Tomorrow's not given, and I want to personally make sure that the people we still have around that we let them know we appreciate them and just share all that with people that love the sport, like-minded people and, all the brands like Scientific Angler, Yeti, Costa, you name it. A lot of the brands I work with help support it. And, a lot of the other companies like Turtle Box, I mean, a lot of these decked, they all stepped up last year and I'm looking forward to seeing everybody again because I feel like this one's going to be even better. And Carter Andrews allowing us to have his place for the day and welcoming everybody there, and just it's just a great thing for a great cause with great people.
Yeah, and so I think I'll try to remember to drop a link. I know that the ticket sales are up on the ASGA website, but it's the third weekend in March, and run of event is about the same, although there's no movie right on Friday. So it's, show during the day, Saturday day with the benefit dinner and the auction Saturday night, right?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, and as you know, going last year, it's a different style of show. It's more of a laid back, everybody hanging out. We have booth spaces and stuff where people can come by and watch people tie and see products and all that. But I mean, it's more of a hang, right? And we have instructional stuff, but just being able to see these legends, talk to them, have that round table where you hear stories about their lives, but how Lefty touched them, how Flip may have touched them, all these things, which is very unique. And it's just a hang, music, drinks, great food, Yeti's just goes all in all the time. And it's just phenomenal how all this just comes together and, in a short time. And, it's something that is really good for our sport because we're able to be there as one and not feel the pressure that you feel on a normal show where you feeling like you just need to make money and to help your business. It's just more of sharing our love for the sport and educating people, and it's more of a celebration and a party more than it is a show. And and then of course the auction dinner that night for ASGA and for us to help raise money to help protect these fish that we love so much, and that takes a lot of time, money, and effort. And this is a great way for ASGA to be able to keep pushing and keep protecting, and the industry and all the friends and customers of the sport. They really stepped up last year, and I'm just looking forward to getting back down there and just doing good things for conservation and just hanging out and just having a good time and celebrating what we all love.
Yeah, and I think, obviously the fundraising aspect is super important, but I mean, to your point, I mean, this is an event that's intimate like Bobbin is intimate, right? And so, to be able to hang out with luminaries in the saltwater space, at Tie Fest is way different than running into them at ICAST.
Oh yeah, 100%. Oh, yeah, like I said, it's more of a social gathering than it is like a hard show, right? It's just chill, and that's what our sport is, right? And that's the feeling that you get, music, and it's just a big party, and it's just sharing knowledge and sharing stories and just seeing people and catching up, and that was the way we always wanted it to be, and that's the way we kind of run it. So it's a great time. It will be a great time for anybody that's interested in coming. It's like you said, you can get on ASGA's website and sign up and be there. I think it's March 21st is the day of the show. So can't wait for that. Last year it just meant a lot to me, and just the support we got from the community was just amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. And so I would say, folks, if you're kind of in the upper Midwest, there might be a few general admission tickets left for Bobbin, and there might be some class spaces on Sunday. But if you're in the area, even if you can't get into the freight house, there are going to be demos at Schultz's all day on Saturday. Great event, great time to kind of swing by, see folks, catch up with Blane. Same thing. You got a little bit more time for lead time for Tie Fest. Find your way down to Florida that third week in March. It's not getting too hot down there yet. So it ought to be good. But yeah, man, I appreciate you making the time, and I will see you here in, I guess, about 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, man. Yep. I'm looking forward to it. Bobbin's always a great time. Love catching up with everybody and seeing Schultz and the crew and all the other great tires out there that always come. That's more party atmosphere and just celebration and fly tying. So those that haven't tried that or been there, it's definitely something to go check out for sure.
Absolutely. Well, listen, tight lines, Blane. Tight lines, everybody.
Thanks, man. You too.